King of the Underbones. For the longest time, yan yung tawag nila sa Suzuki Raider R150. Yan. Tama nga naman. Walang papantay dito in terms of performance sa segment and price range niya. Pero ngayon, andito na yung bago, yung Raider Pro. May bagong design, may bagong features, and may bago rin price tag. Panigurado, it's still the undisputed king of its segment. Pero ang tanong, is it worth buying this Underbone in 2026? Alamin natin. Dalawa yung variants ng bagong Raider, yung Blade Edition saka yung Pro. Yung Blade Edition retains the old Raider styling, yung merong mas malaking cowl dito, mas aggressive yung itsura ng headlights. Dito sa Pro, ibang-iba na siya. Medyo parang Gixxer na itsura niya actually, itong malaking headlights sa harapan. Pero very sporty pa rin yung styling. It's still very much Raider-like. Tapos ito, this one, it pops yung colorway niya. This is metallic matte platinum silver. And may tech yellow accents, tapos mayroong mga black contrast trim all around. Dalawa yung color options ito, yung isa pula with black. Mas simple, but I kind of like this one better kasi mas colorful, mas playful. Now, I understand yung ibang tao, hindi nila masyado trip yung design ng bagong Raider kasi yun nga, ibang-iba na tapos ibang-iba pa yung kulay. It's all just a matter of preference. Pero for me, it's still very sporty, medyo simple lang. Itong rear end, simple lang yung tail light. They haven't overdone it, so okay lang naman. In terms of dimensions, this measures 1,995mm long, 675mm wide, and 980mm tall. Yung wheelbase niya, 1,280mm and 150mm yung ground clearance. Ito namang seat height, 765mm or 30.1 inches. Mamaya natin pag-uusapan more about the seat position, pero manipis lang to, so yung 30.1 inches na yun, actually hindi siya masyado mahirap i-ride. This also has 17-inch front and rear wheels, and this one weighs 115 kilograms. Yung Blade Edition, mas magaan ng konti by 2 kilos. Ngayon, silipin natin yung features ng bike na to. Simple lang naman tong instrument cluster nitong Raider Pro. So meron kang TFT display dito na merong oras, fuel gauge, rev meter, speedometer at gear shift indicator. Meron ka ding odometer na pwede mo palitan yung display, pwedeng trip A or trip B with average fuel consumption or pwede ring real-time fuel consumption at yung battery voltmeter. So yung bago dito sa Raider Pro na wala sa Blade Edition ay yung Ride Connect app features. So pwede mo i-connect yung phone mo to your bike via Bluetooth tapos makikita mo yung mga information about your bike. Pwede ka din gumamit ng navigation, Google Maps powered yan. Tapos makikita mo yung trips mo dito sa phone. Yun nga lang, you have to take note. Yung sa App Store, dinownload ko to, iba siyang app dun sa pwede mo gamitin sa Access. Ito ay Suzuki Ride Connect app. Yung ginamit namin before is Ride Connect Plus. So medyo nakakalito lang, so take note. Isa din pala sa mga bagong features nitong Raider Pro ay ito, keyless ignition. Tapos meron kang compartment dito na maliit, kasya yung rehistro mo sa yung susi mo since nakakeyless ka na nga. Tapos meron kang USB-A charging port. Nabubuksan din tong upuan, susi nga lang siya, pero wala ka talaga masyadong malalagay dito. Ma-access mo lang yung baterya mo, yung fuel tank mo pag magpapagas ka, and that's about it. Siguro pwede kang malagay ng papeles dyan, dokumento mo kung ayaw mo ilagay doon sa compartment sa harap. Meron ka ring gamit, lalagyan ng gamit ng tools dito, and that's about it. As always, bago tayo mag-ride, sound check muna tayo. Itong bagong Raider ay merong 147cc liquid-cooled fuel-injected 4-valve single-cylinder engine na may total output na 18.1 horsepower at 13.8 Nm of torque. Meron siyang 6-speed manual gearbox and malakas talaga yung hatak ng makina na to. Sa straight line, ramdam na ramdam mo yung tulin niya. Tapos meron na rin tong slipper clutch assist system ng Suzuki, so mas swabe na yung mga gear shifts. Malakas din yung front and rear disc brakes, tapos may ABS din yung harap for safety pag napa-hard brake ka bigla. Yung handling niya okay lang din naman. Makitid yung gulong kaya hindi ito hihiga ng sagad, pero kaya pa rin naman na mabilis-bilis sa corners. Tapos since hindi malapad yung gulong, mas madali rin i-flick o iwas-iwas tong bike na to. Ultimately, mas magaan din at saka, syempre, mas matipid palitan. Ride comfort naman ay as to be expected sa mga ganitong Underbone. Mas komportable pa rin yung katulad ng Bergman Street, for example, pero di hamak na mas masaya i-ride to. Aggressive yung riding position pero hindi naman parang sport bike na nakakangalay. Huwag mo na lang masyado aasahan pagdating sa lubak kasi iindahin mo talaga yung mga pangit na kalsada. Fuel economy naman, not bad din. 39 to 40 kilometers per liter yung nakuha ko. Kayang-kaya na mas mataas yan kung mas chill yung ride. Totoo nga, ito pa rin talaga yung king of the underbones. It's a new bike pero it's still based on the same formula that Suzuki has found success with all these years. Pogi, matulin, masarap i-ride, at andun pa rin talaga yung Raider appeal na hinahanap-hanap ng mga Pinoy riders. At 146,400 pesos, compare mo to sa mga scooters na nagdo-dominate sa market ngayon, yung mga 150cc small maxi scoots. It's not a bad deal. Kung gusto mo ng manual, gusto mo mas may control ka sa riding mo, kung gusto mo yung design nito, kung gusto mo yung ride position, yung form factor niya, okay pa rin talaga to even in 2026. Ngayon, kung kukuha ka na rin lang ng bagong Raider, I'd say if you're okay with this design, mag-pro ka na lang. Kasi magkano ba yung blade? 130,000 pesos. Ito may extra features ka na and talagang all the bells and whistles, you have it here. Ngayon, for the score, I'm gonna have to give the Suzuki Raider R150 Pro an 8.5 out of 10.